Does painting your chrome reflectors lose you light output? Inside of these GTR headlights, we have a black reflector right here and a chrome reflector right here for the turn signals. Now from the factory, you can see the halogen bulb inside, or incandescent bulb, is orange, and so you see it reflecting all around inside of the chrome reflector. This chrome reflector was painted black, and it has a black colored LED bulb inside, which looks way cooler when the lights are off. But if that loses all of your light output, is it actually even worth it? So we're gonna use this light meter right here, and we're gonna take readings with the stock bulbs and with aftermarket bulbs using chrome reflectors and black reflectors. Okay, we're gonna test the stock one second. First, we're gonna put this on the bench a little bit further away so we can get a good reading from across the garage and see what the factory bulbs look like inside of the black housing. Let's see what our meter says. So it looks like the highest reading we're getting is 0.85. Okay, so we've got 0.85 foot candles. That's the reading that we have on that light meter. And we're at about 14, actually right exactly 14 feet away from the meter to the bulb. Now that was the stock reading. I'm gonna change them to some of the FlyRyde LED bulbs like I showed you at the beginning, and we'll take the next reading. When I make these videos and I show these customized blacked out lights, people ask me all the time, how much? How much does it cost to black out those lights? To take all those chrome pieces and make them black on the inside. Because every car is different and because every different job has a different price, I put together a guide, and it's for the question, how much? So I put a link for you below, sign up for free, and you're gonna get a nice little download that breaks down all the questions you should be asking if you want to know how much. So we got 0.52. We just tested the FlyRyde bulbs. They're actually not reading as bright. The highest that we saw was 0.56. So while they do look super cool and crispy, they're on instantly and off instantly, they don't actually push as much light forward as the factory bulb is, because the incandescent bulb is shining light equally in all directions, and the LEDs just can't do that exactly the same way. So looks like the factory bulbs are outperforming the LEDs with that black coating on the inside of the reflector. All right, this one is performing a lot stronger than the FlyRyde bulb. This is a Triton V6 bulb, and we're seeing 1.03, 1.08, 1.10. So the Triton kicked the butt of the FlyRyde bulbs, and it's even brighter than the factory bulb. The interesting thing is that the roof is completely flashing with that turn signal bulb, even though the inside has been painted black. So now let's go and test all these same bulbs with the factory chrome reflectors. Super interesting. So the stock chrome doesn't seem like it reflects as much up and around, but it definitely looks like it's stronger pointed forward. And it definitely is. I'm seeing 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, 4.6, 4.8, way brighter. All right, let's swap it out with the LED bulb and see how that does. I don't know if that's just to my eyeballs. It seems way brighter though. And again, it's super bright on the reflection with the LEDs, which tells me somehow that those little reflectors are pumping it in different directions. Weird. Not even close to the factory output. I don't even understand how all this works. It makes me squint when I look at it from this direction. It feels brighter. It's reflecting bright everywhere else. The meter does not see it that way. Okay, I know I'm not wrong on this. I'm gonna put some little pieces of tape on the ground right where the tripod sits, and then we're gonna move the tripod to see what different angles are brighter. All right, let's move this thing. One thing that I saw a second ago, it's freaking bright right here, like hurts my eyes. So let's look at the meter right here. 0.5. Okay, and now let's move this fool right here. 1.7, which just tells me if you're an oncoming driver, it's not gonna be as bright as if you were to the side or something like that, which to be honest, this is the direction that you'd actually be looking at that car if it was gonna be turning in front of you anyway, because it's on the other side of the road. All right, to be fair, let's do this again. Try to hold this at the same angle. And no, from the angle that I'm at now, this thing is not nearly as bright as if we set it back down right here. Crazy. So the question is, do you need your brights to be perfectly in front of you, the brightest, or at the angle that the oncoming drivers are actually at? Weird. All right, now this is the brightest one yet as far as the ceiling goes, it looks like, but let's see what it says on the meter, both directly forward and at that angle. I see 1.94, 1.94. Okay, let's see from the angle now. And this is the angle that I was at with the FlyRyde bulbs, but it looks like the VLEDs is much more like the OEM, which is angled straight forward. All right, now the Triton's on in white, and that is why people buy the Triton V6, because it's just insanely bright with white, and it does the switchback function. I can't say it functions just like the factory bulb, where it's pumping that light straight forward. It's outperforming the other aftermarket LED bulbs. It obviously looks way cooler than factory. So what do you think? Would you keep your factory chrome reflectors with that orange bulb, or would you go with a nice black reflector that looks better and get a high quality LED bulb?